今天是9月29号，2025年。然后，今天的新闻也是挺有意思的，因为我们都知道说，特朗普对 H1B 的签证就是暴涨，要10万美元的这样一个更新。但是很意外，我从《纽约时报》看到了中国所推出 K 字签证，然后主要也是 STEM 这个方向的人才。然后呢，这就很有意思，因为通常，在中国的话，其实外国人是比较难拿到中国的永居。所以说这篇文章也说了，说从单一的政策来看的话，其实中国还是有比较 open 的这一边。而美国的话，这是一个事实，就是特朗普上台之后，他的大刀阔斧对美国进行的这种方向上的决策都是更加的收敛的。所以说，怎么说呢？如果中国有这方面的这样一个政策来说，我觉得整体还是会利好的。而且作为一个我自己本身就是在海外的这样一个华人来说，我知道说像很多城市的繁荣，它其实不是说你那里的楼建得多高多好，而是这种经济、人才、文化的这种繁荣与涌动，它才是好的。所以说所以我看到这条新闻，我会用感觉还是比较 happy 的。所以接下去我就会继续朗读这一篇新闻，朗读的不好我知道，但是期待大家与我共同进步。Hello, this is 29 September 2025 about the Chinese news. As Trump tries to limit foreign workers, China wants them. Just as President Trump is making it much more expensive for American companies to bring in skilled foreign workers, China is rolling out a plan to welcome them. On October 1, China will launch a new type of visa designed to make it easier for graduates of top universities in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics to travel to China to study or do business. The new visa category is part of China's broader campaign to attract top scientific talent as it builds with the United States for technological and geopolitical dominance. China's visa was announced a few weeks before Mr. Trump moved to impose a 100,000 fee for H-1B visa for skilled workers. As the Trump administration has attacked universities, states, federal research funding, and Christian scientific authority, China has invested vast sums into research and development. It has also lured some top scientists in the United States to positions in China. It is far from clear how much the new K visa, as China's visa is called, will affect the race for talent. Beijing has yet to release details about the program, including who will be eligible or whether they will be allowed to take up formal employment. And while foreigners with special knowledge have long been eligible for one other types of visas to enter China, albeit with more paperwork, it is difficult for foreigners to immigrate to China permanently. But the gesture alone may help position China as becoming one open to the world, while the United States appears to be closing itself off. Silicon Valley has become more and more into American first country, forged culture, said Georgie Chen, a partner at the Agent Group, a consulting firm based in Washington, who focus on technology policy for tech workers from other countries who worry they are no longer welcome in the United States. He said, when they see the news about K visas, they might think I will have another option at least. Historically, Chinese tech companies and universities have recruited mostly domestic talent. That is part because China has focused heavily on STEM education in recent years, which combined with its large population, now helps it produce the most STEM graduates in the world. But China still lags behind the United States in some key fields, such as semiconductors and biotechnology, and it has been eager to draw in foreign talent to help it catch up. Yet, foreigners traveling to China for work or business face, as in the United States, a conversion visa application process, including requirements for a sponsoring company and sometimes certification by the Chinese government as a high-level talent. The Chinese government has tried to smooth the process in recent years. For scientists, it has official general incentive packages and promised to cut red tape. The new K visa will offer longer stays, multiple entries, and will not require an invitation letter from a company. The new visa could be most helpful to startups that they don't have the resources to apply for traditional employment visa or foreign students in Chinese seeking work, said Anderson, a Shenzhen-based headhunter for tech company. Staying in China afterward to look for jobs will become much easier, he said. Big tech companies such as Alibaba and Huawei may also be better able to bring in foreign consultants on short notice. Mr. Chen and the Agent Group, no relation to August Chen, said the visa could allow people who were interested in the Chinese tech world to test the waters. There are a lot of people who were tempted to come to China, but they are also not so sure, he said. I think the interest will only grow stronger as those Chinese tech companies become more powerful and more capital rich. China still faces many obstacles in drawing large pools of foreign talent. Those scientists who had relocated to China from overseas have often been people who were born in China. They move abroad. There are language barriers and political and cultural differences, not to mention very limited pathway to permanent residence. China has long been solicitous of foreign expertise, but selectively and on its own terms. Dong Wang, a technology analytics and research fellow at Stanford University, wrote in an email, generally, China only wants economically productive foreigners. The state makes it clear that foreign nations past the age of 60 will have a hard time maintaining residence in China. And the K visa is unlikely to replace the H-1B. The vast majority of H-1B visa holders in the United States are Indian, but relations between China and India are fraught. On Chinese social media, when Global Times, a nationalist tabloid, posted that many Indian news outlets were reporting on the new Chinese visa. Many Chinese users responded with racist comments, saying they did not welcome Indians. Some Indian analysts also said that an earlier visa process would do little to convince Indians to replace the United States with China. They are not going to the US, but because they got a visa, they are going because it's a whole lifestyle. They want to work there, they want to live there, they want to become American citizens, said Santosh Pai, a lawyer in New Delhi, who advised Chinese and Indian companies. And while Chinese state media has advertised the K visa as proof of China's openness, China's leader Xi Jinping has repeatedly emphasized the need for self-resilience to shield against geopolitical uncertainties and hostile foreign powers. Don't be fooled by the K visa, said Mr. Chen of the Asian Group. Yes, the K visa is to get foreign experts, but you want to get the foreign experts to help you advance your own agenda, which is ultimately about self-resilience. Thanks for listening, and we hope that the world is more opening and more peaceful. Hope you enjoy your life. Thank you.